but keep it to yourself. I'm feeling curious, want to explore it, nothing too serious. Forget the world for a minute, before we know it, the future's the past. Seize the moment while we're in it, hold on to each other as long as it lasts. I don't care about forever, 'cause sometimes forever is over so fast. Hush, hush, baby, come on, here with me, I want for you to go. No need to worry, there is no hurry to stay. We'll take it slow. This feeling's
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out there in Cleveland, where it'll be the Cavaliers against the Memphis Grizzlies. And for Memphis, this game will be a big challenge. Facing one of the top teams in the league, they'll need to be at their best to win it. And you look around the league, many teams in the South can struggle with attendance. That has not been the case in Memphis, though, fellas.
You know, the basketball capital of the South. Memphis is
Wow.
a hoop city.
I
and
like
guess
that.
what? The barbecue on Beale Street is delicious.
Wow, the barbecue capital of the South.
What kind of barbecue do you get when you go? Is it chicken? Is it ribs? Is it Brunswick stew?
I get chickens, I get ribs,
Chickens.
and I get
Not just one.
oh
you
yeah,
get
not just
multiple
one.
chickens.
I get chickens, I get beef, and I get the brontosaurus.
Okay.
The Brontosaurus.
This thing about that big, Ernie.
Oh, wow.
Think about that big, Ernie. You
Okay.
can't eat it. You can't eat it by yourself.
Oh, wow. I didn't know they had the
Is that what
brontosaurus.
Wilma gets too, and Barney and Betty? Good.
Well, Memphis, the capital of the South in basketball.
Basketball capital
I
of the
tell-
South.
you know-
I don't know if the folks in Atlanta are going to be wild
I
about
know.
Memphis getting that.
But the Grizzlies, they fit just fine. We like them.
yeah. Oh, that does it for us.
Yes.
Kevin Harlan with a call. We'll see you a bit later.
Wilma!
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
We've got NBA basketball in store for you here at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavs, live on 2K Sports. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. As you look at Memphis, it's a disappointing segment of the season for this team, no doubt about it, as the losing streak has continued, guys, to grow.
And guys, when you look at Memphis, they haven't looked anything like the team we thought they'd be this year. Still such a long way to go. They could be in line for a long, tumultuous season.
Nobody thought this much adversity would hit this ball club, but it is really a season that's in danger of spiraling out of control if they don't get their act together soon.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, LeBron James gives Coach Tyronn Lue credit for his even keel. And James says that Lue is the same way no matter the point in the game. He's always saying, okay, let's move on to the next possession. Now, Lue says, I think it's just being poised and being positive. That's the best approach. It carries over to your team, and it gives them confidence. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That philosophy is what helped win Cleveland a title back in 2016. Always positive, always thinking ahead. And Brett, with the grind of the season really upon us, we're about halfway through. Is this the point where the bench helps a team be better, be a bigger factor in going forward from this point?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, Kevin. It's a great point that the depth of your team at this point in the year is something where coaches who feel confident about being a contending team, that they know they can rely on these guys to come in and bring the juice every night competitively.
So Cleveland will get the first possession. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. In the post, it's Green and Gasol together. Chalmers is out there with Brooks. And it's Evans in at the 3 slot. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Here's Chalmers. Brooks with no one around. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Evans against James. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, LeBron James' size just throwing guys away, and he knows he can get that shot up just about any time he wants it.
They double him with James. Gets stolen by Calderon. The putback. The rebound by Gasol. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, and they were just shaky at times when it mattered most in that game, and it cost them.
Yeah, Greg, I think you're right there. At major turning points, they miss a series of shots, make some mistakes, and it led to the wipeout.
Whoa!
Saw that. Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim, that time on display.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Yeah, 2 turnovers already in just the first few minutes. Clearly a bit careless. They need him to refocus.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Love. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Love is an accomplished mid-range shooter. He's someone you just can't let get comfortable at any point.
Evans kicks to Brooks. Got a piece of it. Gasol passes to Chalmers. And the wide open shot from Evans. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Evans. The Cavaliers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. LeBron James again. LeBron's got 6.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Gasol is screen. And stolen by LeBron. Poke loose. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And Chalmers kicks to Evans. Poked away and stolen by James.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourself, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
LeBron James in full speed right there. What size and skill coming down the lane.
Chalmers against Calderon, and there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Up against Gasol. Green draws the double. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Gasol. Putting up about 18 points per, 9 rebounds, then 4 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 12-3 run. No good from LeBron. The Grizzlies trail by 9. And the Grizzlies enjoying the longest stretch of sustained success in franchise history. Break 7 consecutive seasons making the postseason.
And this group has gotten as far as the Western Conference Finals. And a lot to be said for that consistency. But, of course, everyone's in this for the rings. Interesting to see where they go from here to turn the corner into a true contender.
Throw good. Tyreke Evans. Tyreke Evans, the 4th pick back in 2009, won Rookie of the Year.
Averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists right off the bat. And it's been about the injuries in terms of what's held him back. If he can stay healthy, and that's a big if, the talent is obvious.
And Chalmers kicks to Gasol. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. James with it. Evans picks him up. Over Evans. And that one comes up a bit short.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
Over in the corner, Green. And here's Brooks. It's tipped and stolen by James. Smith drives in, and he makes the bucket, true contact, and gets the whistle, too.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And J.R. Smith, one of the more unabashed gunners, Brent, in the NBA.
I always say this about J.R. Smith, Kevin. When in doubt, shoot. Stay in doubt all the time. And J.R. Smith has played his career in doubt.
One shot.
The free throw off from J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith is a straight gunner. He's just a guy who wants to shoot every time he touches the ball.
Green, the screen, tipped away. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Evans outside, doubled by Smith, just 4 to shoot. And the wide open shot from Chalmers misses the 3. For Cleveland, they've gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far, pushing their lead to double digits. And that's 12 points for LeBron.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
So timeout called here, the first for Memphis.
Well, last season, LeBron very outspoken, saying the Cavs were too top-heavy. The Irving trade has brought them some much-needed depth. And you talk about the depth for the Cavs. Crucial when facing a team like the Golden State Warriors. If everything comes together, I think there's a chance their trade with Boston might give them a better shot at winning it all.
A great rebounding small forward can give any team an X factor. Let's look at a few guys who have been playing that role over the course of the last month. LeBron James second.
You know, the work they do on the boards is such a big part of all these players' game. I mean, they play much bigger than the grand majority of small forwards in our league.
Well, these are the 18-wheelers right here. Bigger and tougher. They are fearless when it comes to crashing the boards. And I'll tell you what, it really lightens the load on your bigs. And I would say look out. Right now, LeBron James is locked in.
The Grizzlies trail by 12. Evans outside. Cans the 12-footer. Evans has got 7 points in the game. Cleveland with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. And the shot's good from Crowder.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing. The passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Crowder with the steal. And he slams it one-handed.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
Evans with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Fires the three. Evans can't get that one to fall.
Man, that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
Crowder goes in, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. They get Marc Gasol.
And continuity is one thing that lends itself to winning. You see that in Memphis, that their key players in Gasol and Conley, these guys are all getting it done.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first free throw is good. And the challenge for the Grizzlies has been finding that 4th or 5th star caliber player, Greg, to push them over the top.
And they've needed a two-way terror on the wing for the longest time here. None of their draft picks or free agent signings have really broken through, and that's what it's going to take if they want to break through in the West.
And so he makes both from the line. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Green with a screen for Evans. Down low, off the screen. Green, no luck.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
Brooks outside. Gasol dishes to Brooks. The Grizzlies with another miss. Cleveland leading by 16. The drive by James.
I love LeBron being shifty on that play. Outstanding at going right to the rack with that size, strength, and speed.
The Grizzlies shooting 33% here in the first quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Green, the screen. Evans passes to Green. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Evans. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Grizzlies.
And the one thing that jumps out at me when you look at that shot chart is just how little scoring they get from out above the free throw line extended 3-point range. They've got to get more points from out high if they want to improve their offense.
Here's LeBron.
Okay.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
Pass to Chalmers. He dishes it to Gasol. Back to Chalmers. And the rejection by Love.
Encouraging signs when Kevin Love is that intense on the defensive end, swats that one away.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away 100% effort all the time.
And then uses his explosiveness once he's gathered the rebound to throw it down.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And in today's NBA, how about the value in having a guy at the center who has the versatility and the skill set of a Marc Gasol? With his passing and shooting, and he becomes a great zone buster for any team.
The Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Channing Frye's checked in for Love. Green comes in for James. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Smith. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Jose Calderon. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Parsons checked in for Green. Ennis comes in for Tyreek Evans. McLemore's checked in for Brooks. And it's Harrison in for Mario Chalmers.
As soon as Wade looks up and sees his teammate all alone, simple pass, throws it ahead, uncontested J.
And Marc Gasol becoming more aggressive, looking for his own offense.
And I thought at times in the past he was unselfish to a fault. His teammates egged him on, told him you're the best center in the game, go out there and dominate. And now it seems like he's becoming more comfortable in his skin.
Good looking screen by Gasol. Harrison kicks to Gasol. From deep, McLemore. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got 3 assists now in this one.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
The Grizzlies trail by 19. Harrison kicks to Gasol. Kicks it out to Parsons. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Well, the defense looked lost there. Get out your compass. No excuses. You got to guard the perimeter.
Green laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Cavaliers lead by 18.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
The dish now to Ennis. Off with the layup.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Wade can't hit. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Now here's McLemore outside. Green with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 18. Lets it go from 14. Here's Wade. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Harrison kicks to Gasol. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's called on Channing Frye. Hey, Brent, it's been said before that champions have no off-season. Thinking about that, what's your take on the balance between resting your body after a long year versus really pushing the strength and conditioning that could take you to another level the next year?
Well, I could throw it back at you, Kevin, and ask you about as you get older and your body changes, you have to do different things, right?
And more, yeah.
Right. So in your younger years, if you don't make the playoffs or you're in the playoffs, maybe to take 1 month off and get right back into the gym, your body's ready to do that and in tune. Take a player that's 10 years down the road, there's no reason for you to push your body. You can be a little more specialized and be a little more efficient in terms of what you do in the off season to get ready for what a training camp represents and then, of course, the upcoming season.
And so Marc Gasol nails both of them.
And there aren't too many big men more dependable than Gasol. He's a skilled passer who can operate out of that high post, but also give you a little rim protection if you need it.
Now, this is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible, not getting anything to go.
They get a hand on it. 1:32 left in the first quarter. Pass to Ennis. Wade brings the double team. Just 5 to shoot. And that one's good. Harrison's got his first bucket of the night.
That's good passing down low. He's good at working the ball deep into the post.
Here's Wade. Wade missing again.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Chandler Parsons.
Wade is a very consistent performer from the foul line. This is why you always avoid fouling him if you can.
The Cavaliers have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
And you look at all the accomplishments, all the great moments from Wade's career. No doubt he is going to the Hall as soon as he's eligible. One of the greatest 2 guards to ever play.
Martin's checked in for Memphis. And Wade drops them both. And it's shocking when you look at the numbers that Wade has had over the years. He never won an MVP award. Certainly, Greg played like an MVP in some of his seasons.
But the rest of the accolades are there for D. Wade. All the trips to the All-Star game, the first team, all defense, the all-NBA teams. But most important to him and his legacy are the 3 NBA titles.
And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Cavaliers leading by 16. Jeff Green on the wing. And it's Green slamming it down.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
And for Memphis, they're shooting the ball to the tune of 41% from the field so far. Nobody near Parsons. The Grizzlies with another miss. And Jeff Green, the bucket on the assist from Channing Frye. 6 points for Jeff Green.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Martin the screen. There's Harrison. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Yeah, it was almost robotic, Greg, in this one. They filtered out all the noise and came in razor-sharp precision on the offensive end.
The Cavaliers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Two shots.
That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. Right wing for the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Harrison's got 7 points in the game. Here's Wade. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their transition game has been in full effect. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to a title. Teammate Kevin Love says LeBron made it clear from the start what he expected.
He sat us down maybe right before the first practice and kind of spoke about what he thought everyone should bring to the table. And we had to hold up our end of the bargain.
When someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
No doubt about that. I think if they just keep following LeBron's advice, the sky's the limit.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Well, that's a quick way to build the lead. But, Greg, can they sustain this kind of effort all night long? We'll see.
They've got Kyle Korver, Channing Frye out there with Green. Then there's Dwayne Wade. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And McLemore kicks to Parsons. Here's Harrison. That 3 off the mark. The Cavaliers leading by 20. And Green slams it in.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Here's Harrison. Wade is covering. And Parsons kicks to Harrison. Memphis moving that ball around. Shots good by McLemore.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM. He even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Well, they've been the better shooting team throughout the first half because of their patience and because of their shot selection.
Back to Parsons. A 3 ball. It's hauled in by Frye. Frye's got rebound number 5 here tonight. 13 feet away. And again, it's Cleveland.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
To the left wing. Now here's McLemore outside. Good on the 3-point shot. McLemore's got 9 points. And you look at the Cavs coach, Tyronn Lue. Brent, what stands out to you?
Well, he's got confidence. I would tell you, Kevin, I'd have confidence too if that number 23 was suiting up for me every night. But he demands accountability. He demands a respect for the game. And this team has had a tremendous run in the early stages of Ty Lue's coaching career.
The Cavaliers leading by 19 points. Baseline try. Here's Wade. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Wade's got 4 points this quarter.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. So, Brent, certain players are known for getting into people's heads. Who is a guy you played against that really challenged your mental toughness?
I'll give you 2 examples, Kevin. As an opponent, I would tell you that Vernon Maxwell was one of the less cerebral and more in-your-face aggressive players that I ever faced as an opponent. But on the flip side of that, Kevin, there were guys I played with that sometimes would challenge you mentally. In particular, one Gary Payton in Seattle. Always interesting to see how he approached the game, and sometimes even his own teammates.
But you always welcome the challenge, I'm sure.
Well, I take it head on. I mean, that's what guys do. They're paid to compete.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Love checked in for 5. James comes in for Jeff Green. Smith checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Calderon in for Dwayne Wade. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Green, he's checked in for Parsons. Evans comes in for Ennis. Brooks checked in for Ben McLemore. And it's Chalmers in for Andrew Harrison. 6 on the shot clock. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Calderon. Here we go, one-on-one. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, you can always bet on Calderon to come up with a steal or two in a game. And that time, boy, did it pay off big.
That's tipped. And here we go. Fast break. Calderon's got it. Second chance shot. Love, no luck. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Evans dishes to Chalmers. Back to Evans. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Cleveland. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And here's LeBron outside. That falls. Great assist by Love. 21 points for LeBron.
Like seeing LeBron go straight up with that shot. The catch and release almost instantaneous that time.
The feed to Martin. They need this. Hits it from 3-point range.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And I'm just not sure the league has ever seen a more intimidating slasher than LeBron James. A 6'8" bullet train. He's so strong, so quick. And if he gets a shoulder on you, watch out.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And LeBron always feels like he can get past his man. It's that next level of the D he focuses on.
And if I'm the help, I play him for the pass. I don't want to be in that poster. Maybe the most devastating finisher in league history.
Both shots good from the stripe. And we talk about the things that make LeBron great, Brent. The mental aspect of his game probably goes overlooked sometimes.
When you think about the way that LeBron James can be a chess master out on the floor, wherever he wants the ball, he can set the pieces up where he knows he can take advantage of how the defense is going to play. And his teammates will tell you he can pretty much recall any play after a game that he's played. So him processing the game is on another level.
And the wide open shot from Green. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's James, and the dunk by James.
You got to do better than that, or at least try. LeBron James, just too strong, and a little contact is not going to go a long way.
Grizzlies have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Martin with a screen on Smith. Green, the screen. Brooks kicks to Chalmers. They double him with LeBron. Evans outside. Clock at 4. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Martin's got 5 points now this quarter.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Brooks, the pass to Evans. And there's the call on James. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Crowder's checked in. Marc Gasol's checked in for the Grizzlies. And stolen by James. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. And the layup's good off the glass. James has got 29 in the game.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
From deep, Evans. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
And they don't want a repeat of what happened last year here. They know this is an opponent they can handle, and they don't want to give away anything like they did last year.
The Grizzlies have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
No good on the free throw. When it comes, Brent, to the subject of intimidation, there are certain players who are just downright scary, intimidating to play against.
Insert one Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
I mean, has this guy in Utah not done a great job, Kevin, of manning up the middle in ways that we haven't seen for quite some time? Both him and Hassan Whiteside, along with DeAndre Jordan, those guys are pretty good down deep in the paint.
Absolutely. The Cavaliers shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it. Nice shot by James.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Chalmers kicks to Gasol. Good work there as it goes. Gasol's got 6.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
And that one is good. 6 points for Love.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
They double him with Love. And stolen by Love. Pull-up jumper. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The drive by James, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. There's the call. Memphis gets the foul.
It's just not easy to contain or control LeBron James. A nightmare when trying to stop him, especially on the drive.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Both free throws good from James.
And just over 80% from the line right now. A big improvement over what they shot in that first quarter.
And Chalmers kicks to Brooks. From deep, Evans. Love grabs the board. Love's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. And a look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for James.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around, as his energy is contagious out there right now.
Here's Evans. He's got 8. To the inside. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist by Evans. Evans has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Shoots from 14. And the shot is long. The Grizzlies have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. Chalmers with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Green. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Here's James. The Grizzlies pull it in. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And Chalmers kicks to Gasol. No good from outside. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. James, and the dunk by LeBron.
Gotta admire how well Love is playing on the offensive end, realizing that one of his teammates is open, so get him the ball.
Here is Brooks. He feeds it to Chalmers. Now here's Evans. 8 points for him. And stolen by LeBron. Oh, and here comes Calderon all alone. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Wade, he's checked in for LeBron. Memphis also making some changes. Chandler Parsons comes in for Green, and it's James Ennis in for Brooks. Now Chalmers. Parsons outside. Here's Ennis. Rebound by Smith. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Calderon's got the ball. Shot by Crowder, no good. The Grizzlies shooting 47% from the floor since the end of the first quarter. And the Cavs' big 3 completed with the trade of #1 overall pick Andrew Wiggins to Minnesota for Kevin Love. Brent, if they had to do it all over again, you still think they make that trade?
Absolutely, Kevin. They brought a championship to Cleveland, a drought of 54 years, and Kevin Love was a big reason why they got to the top of the mountain. So I would absolutely make that trade.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Love. Green comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Corver in for Jose Calderon. Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. And no good as it rattles out.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And for Memphis, they're shooting 41% for the game. Offside Gasol. Now here's McLemore outside. That one misses. And Cleveland will come the other way. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. And the basket by Wade.
Well, after a tough first quarter, it didn't get to him in any way. He's really stepped up here in the second quarter.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Finish off the break. Frye's got 6.
And Wade demonstrates once again why he is still one of the best defenders in the game.
55 seconds left to play in the first half. Gasol scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got the fast break chance. And it's Green with the jam.
And you got to like what they're doing offensively. They're executing at a high rate and starting to pile it on.
Yeah, we're sitting here midway through the game now, and we're starting to see them take more and more control. They look very confident in what they're doing. Well, that's some good O there. Always like to see them getting those interior looks.
Three-pointer, Wade. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, even though he's been off, the team's still winning, so the hope is that he's going to get going.
Here's the screen. Launches it. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Fry's got 8 rebounds in this game. Puts it up from 12. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow-mo, I think the ruling has to be that he did not beat the buzzer with that shot.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. And if it's so close that you can't tell by the naked eye, might as well go to the slow-mo.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Cleveland Cavaliers. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, what have you liked about your team's performance so far?
I like our physicality. I thought we came out, started the game physical. That set the tone for us early.
Well, we'll see if they can keep it up, T. Lou. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime
Show. The first
show.
half in the books. This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ken Smith. Welcome back.
Ken,
as we break down the action. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 35 points, 6 steals, and 1 assist. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
LeBron might have actually reached a new level for how to control a basketball game. You know he can score his points at any time he likes. He can lock down almost anyone defensively, and at times he's like he's in a Zen state where he's playing chess, like a chess master, moving the pieces around the board flawlessly.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
As we return to look at the corner of Euclid and East 6th in downtown Cleveland, just a few blocks from our spot here at Quicken Loans Arena. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. The Grizzlies shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. In the post, it's Green and Gasol together. Brooks is out there with Chalmers. And it's Evans in at the small forward position. Here's Gasol. Love grabs the board.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Back in 2008, Kevin Love was drafted with the 5th pick by Memphis and then traded to Minnesota, and he became the Timberwolves star player in a hurry. But they couldn't surround him with the kind of talent necessary to make it out of the lottery in the Western Conference.
Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. Well, you might have been wondering who the top scoring small forwards have been over the last 10 games. Wonder no more. Here's a peek. LeBron James, number 1.
There is no doubt he is one of the league's most dynamic offensive players. I mean, he's capable of putting up some huge numbers from that wing position.
Well, the biggest number among them being that scoring average. He provides high-octane, high-energy offense at all times, and there's virtually nothing an opponent can do to slow him down. Say your prayers.
And so it's Memphis with it. Here's Evans. The reverse. And Gasol with the lay-in. Gasol's got 12 points in the game.
And his teammates have to step up just a little bit more. He's been lights out. Needs a bit more support.
And despite his production, Love's impact was questioned in Minnesota, even at times, Brent, by the Wolves front office.
The idea in Minnesota is they didn't want to commit to the full 5-year max and had Ricky Rubio at the time as the franchise player. And even the whispers after the trade of Kevin Love, we heard a lot of things that might have been unflattering, most of which I don't think were necessarily true. In the end, the trade worked out for both teams. Wiggins got to Minnesota, the Cavs got a star in Kevin Love, and then ended up with a title.
Down low, poked loose, Crowder with the steal. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. And James with the basket on the assist by Love. Love's got his 5th assist in this one. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Chalmers dishes to Green. Back to Chalmers. Brooks kicks to Green. The pass to Evans. They double him with Love. There's Green with the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. 11 points in the game.
And this is why Evans is such a crucial player for his team. His ability to read the floor and find his teammates wide open keeps the offense flowing.
Bucket is good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Brooks outside. Offline with his 3. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency.
Wow, LeBron on the roll. This time rocks it.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And here is Brooks. Gasol a screen. Puts up a 3. But they'll get another chance. Jacks up a 3. Evans can't get that one to fall.
Now that's a shot right there he's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make. Well, the D looks like they're laying off just a little bit. He made 1 3 in the first half, but they're still daring him to shoot, and he can't make them pay for it.
They double him with Love. Brooks the pass to Gasol. And there's the call on James. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Here's Chalmers. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Lock at 6. Pass to Green. Brooks dishes to Gasol. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. 14 points for Marc Gasol.
Guys, he can get this shot anytime he wants.
Now, you bet. With his height, not many defenders are going to challenge that mid-range jump shot. He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
From deep, Evans. Evans can't get that one to fall. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Crowder. Here's Love. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Love's got 8 points.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. And Chalmers kicks to Gasol. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Gasol's got 6 points in the quarter.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it. And Cavaliers fans have to be pleased with what the team got in exchange for Kyrie Irving. An all-star in Isaiah Thomas, a two-way starter in Crowder, and some talent for the future. I think they did well.
And Gasol sends it back. On the wing, Evans. James covering. Chalmers pass to Gasol. And Gasol slams it in.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
Love, no luck.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
Green, no luck. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they've put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
You know, amazing to watch Jose Calderon on the inside, just scanning, and then burying that interior shot.
And the basket by Chalmers.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here's James. Offensive rebound, Smith. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And Memphis called for the foul.
Nice job by JR just to draw the foul. When he's looking to shoot, he has no problem getting roughed up a bit.
And you think about it, for so long, the Grizzlies were kind of the throwback team. I mean, they had the 2 bangers in the front court, and they really rejected that whole pace and space movement. But finally, they've come around, retooling their lineups to get more shooting on the floor.
That's good from J.R. Smith. And Greg, you look at the changes for the Grizzlies, looking for versatility and adaptability in their players.
Yeah, grit and grind, still the identity, but you got to be able to space the floor and cover pick and rolls. The era of a post-up centric basketball team doesn't seem to be in the future.
J.R. Smith hits them both. So it's the Grizzlies now. In the corner, Parsons with it. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Smith, no good. The Grizzlies have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the 3rd quarter. In the corner, it's Martin. No good from outside. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked. And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
Goes back up. Green with the rebound. Now Cleveland shooting in the 3rd quarter has been brilliant, up around 58%. Love, no good. The Grizzlies shooting 39% from the floor since the half. Not really what they had in mind. Poked away. Evans outside. Kicks it to Gasol. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Gasol's got 12 points in just the 2nd half. Here's Love. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Kevin Love showing a lot of his interior game there.
Evans with it. He's got 8. Chalmers dishes to Gasol. Evans outside. Memphis moving that ball around. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
2.
For Memphis, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. A different look now for Cleveland. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Corver in for Smith. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Ennis, he's checked in for Martin. Then McLemore comes in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Harrison in for Mario Chalmers. And so he hits both. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Parsons for 3. The shot comes out, so Cleveland will take it the other way. Goes up the baseline, and Jeff Green the bucket on the assist by Fry. Fry's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And so it's Memphis with it, and out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from for Memphis.
Well, we know that this team can shoot a lot better from deep. But tonight it's just not there for them. They can keep firing and hope they can shoot their way out of this funk. But if they continue to shoot it like they have from beyond the arc thus far, they'll just be beating themselves.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
And the basket by Wade.
As soon as Wade gets the ball that close to the basket, he's going to take advantage of weak defense and score.
Harrison kicks to Gasol. And they double up Gasol. Now here's McLemore outside. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
And let's take a look at Chandler Parsons' numbers. How last month turned out for him. He's right around 9 points a night, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
Second team foul.
Goes up off the inbound. Korver with the bucket, getting it done inside.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Kyle Korver with the return to form, shooting the ball well last season, almost 50% from three-point range once he was traded from Atlanta to Cleveland.
I don't think Kyle had to do as much work in Cleveland, certainly, with Kyrie Irving and LeBron James creating havoc. He could stand, have his feet set, and we know he's one of the NBA's career leaders in three-point percentage. That makes those shots a lot easier.
Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Korver. And here we go. Fast break. Korver's got it. Banked in off the glass. Korver's got 6.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
The Grizzlies shooting around 40% from the floor here. Harrison kicks to Parsons. Now here's Ennis. 6 to shoot. And Gasol slams it in.
Tough to fault him for the struggles of the team so far. He has been solid. It's the rest of the guys that need to come along for the ride.
Korver, good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Grizzlies shooting 41% from the floor so far in the third. Harrison kicks to Gasol. There's Harrison. 7 points in the game. They get a hand on it. Down low. It's blocked. They recover it. That one drops for him. Ennis has got his second basket of the night. Now here's Korver. Tight defense on him. Some solid defense from Gasol. 1:33 left in the third quarter of the game. Ennis misses.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
Bit of a numbers game. More boards, obviously, meaning more possession. And that's been reflected tonight in the score.
Shots good by Green.
And when Green is feeling it, keep getting him the ball. He can really score from anywhere from the floor.
Parsons on the wing. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound. That shot is off. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Took him no time at all on that one. And that's now 20 points for Jeff Green.
And that is a shot that Green knocks down consistently. The defense has to try harder to contest him from there.
They double him with Green. And Parsons slams it in.
Well, they brought the double team to force the ball out of his hands, but failed to rotate off the pass.
And Green slams it in.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And then there's the other team. Can't say that about them. Big gap in the recent field goal percentage between these two squads.
Feeds it to Parsons. Good, he hits the jump shot. Parsons got 9 points.
Wow, credit there. Somehow finds a way to knock that one in.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. It's good.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Grizzlies shooting 41% for the game. Here's Harrison. 7 points in the game. He kicks to McLemore. And a miss there on the triple. 4 seconds left. The shot, no good. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Cleveland Cavaliers. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. Right back after this break. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. From 12 feet out, here's Zizic. No good that time. Great D that time from Davis. And for the Grizzlies, Rab is out there with Ennis. Then it's McLemore. Then there's Davis. And it's Harrison in at the 1 spot. Outside, Davis. Shot clock at 6. Here's McLemore. Another shot. Davis with the bucket. Davis has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Memphis.
I like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second chance opportunity.
Here's Harrison to the wing right side. Memphis moving it around. Rab the pass to Davis. 2 points. That one goes. Davis has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, that's pretty much a perfect pass, and that's also alliteration.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. To the paint. It's hauled in by Fry. Fry has got 11 rebounds in the game. Osman. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Harrison to the middle. Oh, that's blocked. One-on-one fast break. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Martin's checked in for the Grizzlies. That'll be a 5-second call.
That's a bad miscue, but I think they've done a really good job keeping control of the ball throughout the game.
So it's the Grizzlies now. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Pass to Harrison. That's tipped. It's stolen by Korver. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Makes it off the glass.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And for Memphis, they're shooting around 41% on the night. Out left to the wing. From deep, McLemore. And it's Zizic with the rebound. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Good work defensively by Martin.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely. That's just smart basketball. Ideally, you love for all of your shots to come from that spot.
Count the basket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Brent, the NBA has a new CBA, a collective bargaining agreement. How big a win is this for everyone involved?
I don't think the league has been in a better situation than it is right now, Kevin. And for the fact that labor discussions all took place behind closed doors without anything sneaking out underneath them, I think it was great for the league. It's been great for Adam Silver. It's been great for the Players Association. So it's nice to see the train keep rolling.
The shot that time, not on target. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Outside, Davis. Dishes it to McLemore. Got a hand on it. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Calderon leading the charge. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, they're just absolutely getting anything and everything that they want out there. They have not let up.
They get it again. Davis. The layup off target. And the Cavaliers with possession. They're on a 14-4 run right now.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
Memphis has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. From deep, McLemore. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
I think the D is just fine with those kind of shot attempts coming from him there because he's not hitting anything right now.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Here's Harrison. He dishes it to McLemore. Passes it to Martin. Here's Harrison, guarded by Fry. And another miss by Memphis.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
Got to be some consideration here for a different rotation because the matchups right now just not favorable.
Brent, for the NBA, it's been a very prosperous time over the last couple decades. What do you think has been the key factor or factors in the growth and the popularity of the game?
Kevin, I think the game speaks for itself and always will. The NBA, to me, is the greatest game that we get a chance to watch. Athleticism and poetry in motion. But one of the things at its foundation and core that I've loved is that the guys that are carrying the mantle for the league right now are likable. And there's nothing that beats likability.
And they appreciate, Brent, I think they appreciate the people that were before them very much.
I think they not only appreciate what's gone before them, Kevin, they're in the moment now. And they appreciate what's going on with their careers in their moment.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Hollins checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
The Grizzlies shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Harrison kicks to McLemore. Davis dishes to McLemore. And the pass to Harrison, trying to get back on track, drills the three-pointer.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. The dish to McLemore. Martin kicks to McLemore. Outside for Martin. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
The shot's good.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Memphis has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Harrison passes to Martin. Now the feed to McLemore. Over to the left wing. Harrison off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
And McLemore kicks to Harrison. It's Martin on the wing. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Osman. And a strong finish with two hands.
Now Calderon does such a good job of being a floor general out there. Outstanding passing instincts.
And for Memphis, they're shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Pass to Ennis. This one for three. Trains the three-pointer.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Yeah, and making them. Once you get into this kind of rhythm with the three ball, it is so difficult for the defense to do anything about it.
Good.
Yeah, you can't allow those kind of looks. That's the type of defense played by a team staring at a double-digit deficit.
Harrison kicks to Ennis. Pass to Harrison. He feeds it to Martin, expanding his range. The second chance effort, and he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
You know, strange to see that this Cavs team, after facing the Warriors, became one of the most elite shooting teams themselves. Their three-point shooting percentage up to about 38% last season. That was second best in the NBA. They also had the second most attempts in the league behind the Rockets.
And that one misses. And for the Cavaliers, 40% of their field goal attempts coming from long range last season. And a huge part of their offense.
Well, 25 made threes in a single game against the Hawks last year was an NBA record. Not Golden State. Cleveland had that record. So just one of the many ones that they set as a prolific three-point shooting team. And interesting, because their matchups with the Golden State Warriors, as being the great shooting team that they are, that the Cavs shot more last year.
The shot by Harrison, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. In other sports, the drafts have so many rounds, the scouts have a lot of work to do. But with only 2 rounds in the NBA draft, Brent, can the GM really just cover most of it?
I think the GMs, at least the smartest GMs, Kevin, have a great team behind them that gets out there, gathers as much information as possible, and does as much in terms of not only the play, but the player, the dynamics of the player, his characteristics, what he's about, to bring all that information to a general manager and present it to him before the draft. Teams do a great job of targeting guys that they think are going to enhance their roster.
And now the international realm comes into play too.
Well, if I signed you up for my Mediterranean scouting service, Kevin, would you do it?
Yeah, I do it for free.
I'll see you over there.
Jamychal Green, he's checked in for Davis. And the second free throw, good. Now Chalmers. Passes to Harrison. Parsons outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Parsons.
Some turnovers necessary. That one, not so much.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. And that's 10 points for Kyle Korver. And Chalmers kicks to Harrison. Martin with it. Now Green defending. Memphis moving it around. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
It's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And you know, a player with Calderon's experience is going to be able to find the open man on that play every time.
And for Memphis, they're shooting only 35% in the fourth quarter. The offense looking a little rickety. It's Martin on the wing. And the pass to Harrison. Kicks to Parsons. Right wing. Clock at 6. And here's Chalmers for 3. Sinks the triple.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Yeah, no question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
During the pre-draft process, Brent, we're seeing more and more players refuse to work out for certain teams and for a variety of reasons. How would you feel about drafting a player who declined to work out for us?
I think I feel much better, Kevin, if I had a tremendous track record and confidence in the scouts that I have deployed throughout the season who've gone out and seen these players, not just once or twice, but 10 or 12 times over, where we could still make the assumption about what this player can do for our organization without having some personal time or the individualized workout. So it's up to your staff to do their diligence.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Cleveland.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for LeBron.
Just active on defense, little things like clawing and scrapping and tipping passes and contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
And Chalmers kicks to Martin. Here's Harrison. Parsons outside. They double him with Green. Martin wide open. He fires. That's in, coming off the assist from Parsons.
Well, they brought the double team to force the ball out of his hands, but failed to rotate off the pass.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. And the Cavaliers call time here. They're up. 27 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And now that you can tell there's some bad blood here. They're just rubbing it in now by calling a timeout.
Or could be just wanting to execute well down the stretch. Don't want to leave any room for chance.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. They double him with Green. Knocked away. It's stolen by Green. The finish. Oh!
And you can tell they're ready to start celebrating a well-deserved victory here tonight.
Yeah, you can see the fans. They've already started celebrating themselves. A gutty performance.
To the paint. Ball stolen. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line. And here is Chalmers. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, what is your sense of how the team is playing at the moment?
We have a good thing going right now, and we want to try to keep it going. And the best part about tonight's game was the defensive end. We defended, and we shared the ball, and that's a good ingredient to a win.
It was working at both ends, LeBron. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.